All me Smigo, Sam Possible, amigas, my name is Taffrey16. I don't know why I have these in, but what I do know is it's time for another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 141. It is Thursday, or maybe Wednesday, if you're watching this a day early on Patreon. Shout out to all the patrons who have the option to watch these videos, as well as the reaction videos up to a day early, sometimes even more, and get your name in the description as well. But regardless of what day you were watching this on, let's go ahead and read some comments. It would be great if you could react to another 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown episode. Unfortunately, the wonderful and witty Sean Locke died yesterday. It'll be a lovely tribute to him. So here's the thing. I have some thoughts on this. First off, rest in peace to Sean Locke. I haven't seen a lot of him, but what I've seen from him, he seemed like a great comedian, and from what I've read about him, he seemed like a very genuine and great person as well. It's a very big loss, not only for his family, obviously I can't imagine how they're feeling, but just for comedy, not only in the United Kingdom, but just in the world in general. So rest in peace to him. And my thoughts on this, you say the word tribute. Here's where I differ. When you say tribute, I get what you mean. You're like, oh, we watch 8 out of 10 Cats, but I don't see it that way. People doing reaction videos to his stuff just after he died, you see it as tribute. I see it as exploitation. And I'll tell you why. And I want to state, I don't watch any of our reactioners. Reactioner, is that a word? We're making it one. I don't watch any of our reactioners, so I'm not calling out anybody in particular. And what I'm about to say may indirectly piss some of them off, and if you're watching this and you made Sean Locke content and I piss you off, I'm sorry, but at the same time I don't care. Here's the thing. The people who are doing reaction videos to Sean Locke's stuff immediately after he died aren't really doing it as a tribute. They're doing it because they know that they'll get views from it, because they know it's a hot topic, because they know it will bring traction to their channel. And that's why I call it exploitation. They're exploiting a man's death for YouTube views. And that's not my gimmick. If you do that and you can live with that, then that's you, brother. That's not me. I'm not in the business of exploiting the career and life of someone who just died about a week ago for YouTube views. That's not me. I'm not gonna do that. If you do, then if you know what, if you can do that and live with it and lie to yourself and say it's a tribute, then good for you. That's not me. I'm not saying I will not do 8 out of 10 Cats or 8 out of 10 Cats as Countdown in the future at all. I probably will, but I'm not going to do it immediately because I'm not going to exploit a man's death for YouTube views. That's not me. Moving on to less serious and more lighthearted topics, since this is my 3-year sub anniversary, I just wanted to say thank you for providing such consistently amazing and entertaining videos for that time. Thanks to you, I have binge-watched The Vicar of Dibley, Benidorm, Gavin and Stacey, Finn Blue Line, Peep Show, and the IT Crowd. These have all brought me so much joy in addition to reactions and the IT Crowd. I got my dad into after you got me into it, and we watched it together, which I won't be able to do much of anymore because I'm going to university soon. You've made my life noticeably brighter, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that. You might not think it, but it's true. So thank you, and good luck in the future. You too, buddy. I hope you have fun at university. I never went to college, so I hope you have fun. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I don't have a very high opinion of myself. It's not that I don't have self-confidence. It's just I don't really elevate myself that much, you know? Like, I try to keep my ego to the minimal. But hearing people say stuff like that, and I mean, I'm inclined to believe you because, I mean, you've been subscribed to the channel for 3 years. I remember you popping up on my Twitch channel like 2 years ago. So it is nice to hear that you know, there's still people who were enjoying my shit that long ago that still enjoy it now. That must mean, at the bare minimum, that I'm still doing something right. And I deeply appreciate you saying that. Hi there, cheers for reading out my comment. I did watch the Red Dwarf reaction that the Postmodern family reacted to. It wasn't backwards, it was the episode Stoke Me a Clipper from Series 7, which I didn't think was the best episode to react to if you're new to Red Dwarf, because to understand that particular episode, you'll probably need to watch the series from the beginning. Yeah, I think that was, they did it before I did, and reading their comments on that video, and seeing the reaction to people from it was my inspiration from starting Red Dwarf from the beginning. Now, some people may disagree or not disagree about the way I've gone, with it since. Because I did start with episode 1. But since then I've jumped, for better or for worse, I've jumped around. And I still feel like I have a pretty good grasp the way I've done it. Maybe I'd have better grasp on certain things if I had done it more in order. But it's too late now. So because I think we've done 7 episodes, and we've done at least 1 episode from the first 6 series at this point. So, yeah, it is too late to go back in order now. But I still enjoy the show a lot, and we're going to do another one next month. So I just got another channel points request for it, so I'm excited. Peter Serafinowicz appears in a flashback in the first episode of Space as the man who stole Tim's girlfriend. He does appear in an episode later in the season, as well as an episode in season 2. Excuse me. Man, I tell you what, though, again, I don't remember a lot about Space at all. Maybe that's something I should go back to. Would there be any interest in me going back to Space? Because it has been a while. For those of us around at the time, who could forget Danforth Quayle? I remember him visiting a school and trying to correct a child who had accurately spelled the word potato by him adding the E at the end. Yes, potato. That was the most famous one. For those of you who weren't here last week, I said you should look up some Dan Quayle quotes. I've gotten the liberty of doing it myself, and I'd like to read some to you right here. I was recently on a tour of Latin America, and the only regret I have is that I didn't study Latin harder in school, so I could converse with those people. If we don't succeed, we run the risk of failure. Republicans understand the importance of bondage between a mother and child. Welcome to President Bush, Mrs. Bush, and my fellow astronauts. So there's this dude that spent 2 hours looking for a lizard on Twitch a couple days ago. You should react to that. For those of you who don't know that story, and if you're not subscribed to my Twitch VODs channel, it's in the description as Twitch VODs channel. I have a separate Twitch channel that I upload all my Twitch VODs to. I should have started doing this a long time ago. It actually pisses me off because I've only been archiving my VODs there for about 10 months, but I've been streaming like 4 years. So I really should have started doing this a long time ago. And the reason I started doing it 10 months ago is because there's this whole DMCA thing on Twitch where I think they're going to ban people, playing music. I've never been striked personally, and I still play copyrighted music. But what I do is I delete every clip that has copyrighted music in it, and all my saved past broadcasts I immediately download and then delete, so they don't get flagged. And apparently that strategy is not foolproof, but it has been to me to this point for me. So fingers crossed on that continues. But a couple days ago, and if you want to find the VOD on the VOD channel, it's the VOD with the lizard as the thumbnail. I was streaming, and right over here, but basically, it's funny that people thought this was a window before. It's not, it's a light. My actual window is behind me. It's behind the camera. I saw something on my windowsill. I thought I saw something. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I have this thing on my windowsill, and I lifted the thing up, and under the thing was a baby lizard. And I was like, oh fuck, there's a lizard in my room. How the fuck did it get in here? So I opened the window, and I picked the thing that it was originally under up. And I'm like, I'm just gonna nudge it out. I'll just nudge it in the back and it'll run out the window. And I nudge it, and the motherfucker jumps off the windowsill under my desk. I then proceed to spend 2 fucking hours, all of this on stream, trying to coerce this lizard out from back under my desk, and I'm trying to trap it in something because I couldn't grab it. Not because I'm not able to grab it. I actually wish it was a bigger lizard. I wish it was an adult lizard, because if it was an adult lizard, I could have just grabbed the motherfucker. I couldn't grab this one because A, I was afraid I was going to kill it because it was very tiny, and B, it was very quick. and very jumpy. I don't think I actually could have grasped him. And again, it would have gone back to the first problem. If in order to get a firm grasp on him, I think I would have accidentally killed him. And I wasn't trying to kill him. So that goes on for a couple hours. Finally, I give up because he runs all the way back over there. About an hour later, he was trying to get out of my room over there. My stepdad saw him, tried to put a cup over him, and missed, and he goes under my bed. The last place I possibly would have fucking wanted him to be. Under my bed. So I'm like, fuck it. He'll come out. I'll probably see him in a couple days or whatever. And I didn't see him all that night. And I didn't see him the next day. And I was thinking, you know what? He's probably not even under my bed anymore. He probably just left. You know, he's probably in there or somewhere else in the house, and he'll turn up and we'll get him then. But at the same time, I was thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, the only time I ever saw this motherfucker is when I was streaming. I bet you that's when he turns up. Sure enough, I go downstairs, I make coffee. I get back in my room, I put the coffee down, I turn on all my lights. I'm about to stream, I look behind me, right there, right here. The motherfucker is climbing up my green screen. Now the green screen is stapled to the wall and to the ceiling. That's how it stays up. If you're wondering how it stays up, there's no stand or nothing. It's literally stapled to the wall and stapled to the ceiling. That's how it holds up. My stepdad came in here and he wrapped it up in the green screen. And he's like, what do we do now? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We can just redo it. So this thing has been stapled up there. Those staples have been on there for 4 fucking years. And I said, fuck it. We ripped the motherfucker off the wall, wrapped the lizard up in the green screen, and put it outside. And it was completely worth it. I'm starting to think I'm not making these reading your comments videos because I don't comment that much. You know, that's a pretty good theory. The South African self-defense guy from Bad Education is married to Jen from my T crowd in real life. Really? I was not aware of that. I love fun facts like that. I'm just gonna say that Pogs was the shittiest craze ever. That's why I love the Jimbo episode of Recess where they call bullshit on these crazes. You know, the shittiest craze of my school, I'm trying to think, was probably Silly Bands. It was like this band, and it was like literally just a wristband, and it was an animal. And that's it. You collected them. They were different animals. And while it was stupid, the fact that the school was so butthurt over them blew my mind. The school literally banned the bands. They banned them, brother. Like, they banned the bands. They got rid of the silly bands. They're like, no more silly bands. Get silly bands. If you have silly bands, you fucking get fucking suspension. And I didn't even like them. I didn't even have any of them. I thought they were stupid, and I still thought that rule was stupid, because I'm like, they're fucking bands. They're fucking armbands with animals. Like, you're telling me I'm gonna get detention for wearing a zebra on my fucking wrist? Like, that's stupid. Series 2 of Benidorm is arguably the best series of the entire show, in my opinion. A new character, if it gets introduced, really makes it something special. Would love to see it continue someday, whenever that might be. I think I will. The overwhelming consensus I got from the comments is that Series 2 and 3 really good. Everything past that, eh. So, I think we'll continue at some point, yeah. I don't know what holidays are like in America, but if you're British or German, Dutch, you will have no doubt spent a few holidays in a Spanish resort. And yes, it's just like this. Incidentally, there was a fellow who ran a joke shop in Leeds and got in all the papers. But the less said about that, the better. Oh no. Well, you know what's funny though? A lot of people who live in America typically just holiday in different parts of America because America's fucking huge. It's possible to have disability that qualifies you for the mobility scooters while still being able to walk sometimes. My granddad had Parkinson's, so he could walk, and he was very slow. Sometimes moving him in a wheelchair was the best thing when we were in public. Some disabilities aren't visible on the outside. It's not necessarily laziness. I'm not making fun of all disabilities. I'm not saying that it's laziness for all people with disabilities. I don't know why you're taking it that far. I'm saying it's laziness for that particular character, because that particular character in Benidorm is an asshole, and it perfectly fits her that she would just be on that scooter because she's lazy. Is there a reason you leave so long between episodes for shows rather than, for example, choosing a show or couple and then doing weekly reactions, as opposed to once a month or in many cases longer between episodes? I love your reactions so much, but damn, it can frustrate me as hell having to wait so long. I mean, it took you 2 years to watch 6 episodes. Doing Benidorm weekly, for example, and that time you could have finished the show. Because I'm not trying to get bored. I could do it that way, and some people do it that way. I'm not shitting on people who do it that way. Some people do it that way very effective. Like, I think BX Kid did it that way with Still Game, and you might be thinking this because I think he's doing it right now with Benidorm. But I feel like if I just watch the same fucking thing every week, I'd get bored. And I don't want to get bored. There's so much shit to watch. Like, there's such a... I'm only exploring British television, and just in British television alone, there's such a vast fucking, library of stuff. There's so many different things, for better or for worse. There's good things, there's bad things, there's meh things in between, but there's so many things. So, if it frustrates you, I'm sorry, but I also don't care, because why would I restrict myself to just watching one fucking thing, or two fucking things every week, when I can watch fucking everything? Old intro? Well, if you're talking about the one, the Doctor Who looking one that goes din 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 din, and it's like the fucking, it looks like the Doctor Who one. That one, I might just put it at the beginning of this video to prove a point. That's not necessarily the old intro, it's the oldest intro. But basically, I have 3 intros now. I have that one, I have the short one with the Godzilla Roar, and I have the casino one, with the Price is Right theme. I'm gonna alternate between those 3. The short one with the Godzilla Roar, why do I keep saying Godzilla Roar, I'm going to use probably just for the videos on Dailymotion or for long-ass videos, so there's not a big intro at the beginning of a long-ass video. The ones with the casino, I like to use for Peter K related content and also game shows, and also a lot of times I read your comments. And then the oldest one I like to use for everything else. Fun fact, he had a realistic performance out of Billie Piper during the decontamination scene in Doctor Who. She genuinely wasn't told that she was going to get sprayed with water, so that reaction you're seeing from him is a real reaction. I'm not so sure about that strategy sometimes. Like this, it's harmless, it's just water, but like, damn, like sometimes, especially in the olden days, directors were real assholes about that. I was talking with someone in my chat about that, I didn't mention this in the review, I did a review of Kes for the classic British film for my review channel last Saturday, I should say. And I didn't talk about this because I didn't know it, but apparently, like, they told the kid certain things. I can't say it without spoiling the movie, actually. But, like, they told him that something that he saw at the end, if it wasn't alive, was the same thing they saw that he used before that was alive. It was the exact same one. That it kind of spoils it, but doesn't exactly spoil it if you haven't seen the movie. Just to like get a genuine emotion reaction out of him. And it worked, but it's also fucked up. Is there any way you could start doing Doctor Who 2 per month for more love these reactions than your Ben Dorm ones? I'd say that's possible, yes, because things are actually freeing up pretty well. This applies to Ben Dorm as well. There are some monthly spots freeing up because I'm going to finish, what's the gimmick? I'm going to finish IT Crowd possibly next month. There's only 3 episodes left, 2 of the main series, and then the like hour-long finale special. I might just do all 3 of those next month just to finish it up. Max and Patty's only got 4 episodes left. I can finish that up pretty quick. Life on Mars, based off my current schedule, I might finish up by January. So there are some spots opening. So that is a possibility, yeah. Yeah, Doctor Who episode is kind of poor, you're right, that does itself no favors by reaching back into Series 1 for characters. What do you think about the increased flirting between the Doctor and Rose? Well, to answer your first question, it's just, I don't necessarily mind the reach back, it's just like, really? The skin lady? Like, that's what you're gonna go for to start your new series in your your second full episode with your new Doctor? You reach back to the skin lady? I mean, they gave her a better arc this time around, kind of like they did the farting alien lady, and I appreciate that, but at the same time, to start a series? I don't know. I don't know about that. What do you think about the increased flirting between Doctor and Rose? I don't know. I mean, he's a little old for her, ain't he? How many taken down videos on Dailymotion can you get until they terminate your account? I have 2 of my videos taken down from Dailymotion. I've probably had like 25 episodes of videos taken down from Dailymotion. I mean, there's a lot of times I'd have to re-upload stuff. I don't think there's a limit on that. The only time I was ever punished by Dailymotion was that one time with Doctor Who where they took down 2 videos at once and they suspended my account. And then I emailed them, I'm like, how can we resolve this? And they're like, I don't know, brother, but we reinstated your account. And I was like, okay. And then that was it. So they're very lax on copyright over there. Grado, who is on Scott Squad, is still planning on wrestling. I think he's just waiting till all restrictions are lifted in Scotland in regards to full crowds being allowed back in the venues. He might be waiting a while at this point. He just finished filming another series of 2 Doors Down, another comedy series with regular character in. I've never watched it, but it might be something worth checking out if you want to see more of Grado's workouts out of wrestling. Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of clips of him, on the internet, and he's a fantastic comedy wrestler, and he's got a lot of charisma, and he's a great actor, as it seems. As far as Two Doors Down goes, what are your opinions on Two Doors Down? You think it's something worth checking out? Let me know. Most of the ever series of Scott Squad have been uploaded to YouTube in decent quality, and by decent we mean 360p. Well, that's not really decent, is it? But not that I saw. Maybe they're region blocked. I saw a few in I saw some in 240p, but not that high, so maybe they're region blocked, I don't know. Which is weird, because the episode I did, there was literally no copyright on it. There wasn't even a claim or anything. So, which it still makes it weird to me why they're so hard to find. Maybe the early episodes are more copyright, because that new episode I did is on BBC Scotland, which was that new channel. So maybe the ones before BBC Scotland had more copyright on them, because apparently the first series is literally impossible to find. So, I don't know, it's weird. Were you thinking of Police Squad that you saw fairly recently? Yes, I was. I was thinking that was another cop parody show that I was thinking of recently. There's something I saw recently that was a cop parody show. That was it. That's something I could possibly finish in the future as well. I think there was only 6 episodes of that. Towie needs to be a new monthly series. You know what's funny is I won't, obviously. I don't think I'll ever see the show again. In fact, I promise you I won't ever see the show again. But that show is owned by our friends at Little Dot Studios. So if I ever wanted to do more, I could. And if it's any consolation, because it's owned by Little Dot Studios, that video is monetized. So at least I didn't watch that shit for free. How is Towie popular? Most reality shows are bad, but this is awful even by reality show standards. None of the participants are interesting or even likable. I don't know, man. Maybe some people just want brain damage. Who knows? I think you owe us Faulty Towers or an Alan Partridge after putting us through this. Would you settle for the Top Gear Africa special? If my IQ goes down, I'm holding you, Taff, responsible. I'm holding Jambo responsible. And Jambo, he should just hold himself responsible. Next, you have to react to educating Joey Essex. No, the fuck I don't. No, you totally missed Pat Sharp at 5'11". That's your takeaway from this? All this brain cell missing goop. You know, I got at least 2.5 brain cells left. And that's your takeaway from this? Is that I missed Pat Sharp? I hope Pat Sharp can get me my fucking brain cells back. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for what I imagine will be a considerably longer episode of Reading Your Comments this week. The comments in this video were pulled from, I believe, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different videos. Last week's episode of Reading Comments 140, American Reacts to Bad Education 3, American Reacts to Benidorm 6, American Reacts to Doctor Who 15, American Reacts to Scott Squad, and American Reacts to The Only Way is Essex. The 6 videos the 6 videos for you to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read next week are as follows. Wait a minute. What day is that going to affect? No. The first of the month is on Wednesday. There won't be a reaction video next Wednesday, by the way, because it's the first of the month, and it will be the monthly plans and the stream highlights. But the places to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read next week are the following. This video, American Reacts to Top Gear Africa special that came out yesterday. The reaction video that comes out tomorrow. The reaction video that comes out on Sunday. The one that comes out on Monday. And the one that comes out on Tuesday. Those 6 videos is the place to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read on next week's episode of Read Your Comments. How about that? But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch where I stream every single day, my second channel for stream views, my Twitter. If you want to follow me on my Patreon, if you want to support me on my Daily Motion, all those things are in the description down below. Thank you to all as I'm currently recording 82 of my Patrons for your constant support of me and my channel. For those who don't know, you can be a patron of me for as low as $1 or £1. You get access to direction videos, as well as reading your comments up to a day early, and you get your name in the description as well. Also in the description is a link to the community Reddit, as well as the daily schedule, as well as the Twitch VODs channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Noah Taff. This has been another episode of Reading Your Comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.